Hey, you guys, good afternoon. Welcome. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Let's see, today is Thursday, so happy Thursday. Let's see, what are we going to do tonight? I am going to make a pumpkin tray. So I'm going to take some pumpkins and hey, Patty, how are you? Oh, I got your text. I got your message today, and it said, let's see, something like, let's see, did you get stood up or what did you say? I forgot. Anyway, I'm like, no. Um, I'll go ahead and tell you a few more, hop on quickly, but I'll probably say it again in a minute. Hi, Sue Ellen. How are you? Oh, goodness. No, I had a date. My husband had surprised me with some tickets to Vince Gill. Well, he didn't stand me up. Vince Gill did. For some reason, they canceled the concert. I have no idea why. They didn't say. They just said, no, Vince Gill bailed on me. They just said that they were refunding our money, that the concert wasn't happening. And no, they didn't tell us why. They didn't tell us if he was sick or whatever. Hi, Joey. How are you? So, anyway, welcome, you guys. Tonight we are going to paint several pumpkins, and they're not big ones. So, it's not going to be paint a lot and dry a lot, I promise. But I'm going to show you how to achieve a couple of different things. Number one, we are going to take, hey, Ava, on time. Yay, Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen always comes on and I'm about to go off and she's like, late again. I'm like, finally, you're not late. Anyway, good to see you on. Okay, I have this silver tray. You guys, I know, run into these all the time at thrift stores, yard sales, Goodwill, whatever. And this is just a plain old, this is not the Dollar Tree kind. It's heavier, but it doesn't matter. You can get one. Hey, Ava, how are you? You can get one from the Dollar Tree. You can get a square one, a round one, an oval one, a big one. It doesn't matter. And painting silver trays is fun. I love it. This is what we did to this one. I just painted it and then I took sandpaper. But we're going to change this up a little bit. I did this months ago and just stuck it back. Hey, Marilyn, how are you? So, anyway, the first thing we're going to do is paint this. I want to paint, I don't think I have to paint over that. I don't. I'm just going to put some dark over that. That's what I'm going to do. Let me get some tan for starters. That might not be enough. How are you, Marilyn? I see you're going live at 9 o'clock. You guys, if you haven't been watching Marilyn at Done By Me, D-U-N-N by me, you need to go follow her. She does some fascinating stuff. I'm just looking for a brush. My granddaughter's been down here crafting with me, and it's all here. It's just that, you know, she puts things in different places than I do, but it's okay. Hi, Diane. How are you? So I'm just going to use this brush, and I'm just going to hit the highlights of this, and I don't know if it'll look right. We're going to try. I'm just going to get some kind of a tannish color on this just to make it stand out a little. So you see, that's all I'm doing. I was just there. I was just in the class. The class, if it's not over, it was about over, but I had to leave. Crazy for Crafts group. I don't think I've heard of your group. But thank you for doing that. I appreciate it very much. So what I'm doing is almost just like dry brushing the high spots on this tray. It's going to have a little silver showing through, but I like the little bit of silver showing through, y'all. And y'all are going to get sick of white wax, but this project tonight needs some. And we're going to do a little bit more white wax. I actually went to Walmart today and found some, so I've got white wax for a while. Hey, Stacy, how are you? So now this tray has just a little bit more character, right? Okay, I like it like it is too. I like that. And we're probably going to go back over it with sandpaper after that dries and just make that show through just a little bit more too. How are you, Stacy? I have these two pumpkins, and I love the way they're shaped. They look like they're smashed. See when you lay them down how they're sideways. And I'm going to paint over these, and then see the white wax is already there in some spots. So I'm just going to give them a Kathy Broderick. How are you? Welcome. I'm going to give these just a little bit more color and some white wax. Let me put this under here so I'm good. Y'all, my date was tonight. My husband surprised me with Vince Gill concert tickets. And he said, don't plan a live Thursday night. I'm going to take you to dinner and take you somewhere and surprise you. Hi, Terry. Hey, Terry. So I said, okay, all right. So I thought he was joking because he does that sometimes. And so he said, no, I'm serious. He said, I promise you. I said, okay. So what he did was he had bought concert tickets for me to take me to see Vince Gill. And guess what? Vince Gill stood us up, canceled. So we didn't get to see Vince Gill, but that's okay. We still went to dinner and had a good time. So we had part of a date. Hey, Opa, how are you? I love the color of these pumpkins, and I thought about painting them all like a terracotta. This one might be terracotta. We'll see when we get that far. But I'm making a tray of these, and this is a different color of green. And I'm going to get it this color first and then put some, I might have to add a little bit to it. I'm not sure what color this will be when it dries. Hi, Lane. How are you? But I love the greens and the whites for fall too. But I think we might paint that other little pumpkin to go in the middle there terracotta with some white wax. I think they'll be pretty. But I'm just giving this a little makeover, cleaning it up. It's been in my stash a while. And I love it. I love the green, but it just needs a little bit of help. So, you know, when you go to yard sales and Goodwill and find some of these things, see, there's not a lot of difference. This one's a little darker. And this one's going to change too. You'll see. And you see the pumpkins are in really good shape. They're a little bit, maybe they got a few dents in them or whatever. Even if it's got a little chunk out of it, you can turn that around and put it in a flower arrangement and fix it, make it all new. Hey, Penny. Hello. How are you? And I've got some greenery and some Spanish moss. And that's another thing, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute, but well, I'll go ahead and say, whenever you're making something, you get some flowers, you have some greenery left, I don't care if it's 2 leaves. I have a Ziploc bag, and I put every single piece that I have left in a Ziploc bag, and you would be surprised how much of that I use. Because you might not can use it today, and you might not can use it in a project, but just like this, see, here's a great big piece of this lamb's ear, which I absolutely love lamb's ear. Here's a couple of these. I don't know what they are. Here's just some pieces. Here's a little piece or two of lamb's ear, and this came off of something. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty, and we're going to use it. And a couple more little doodads. See, just little pieces. We won't use it all maybe, but we'll use some of it. So, but we're going to make a really pretty fall tray. But it's going to be mostly greens. Hey, Annette, how are you? Mostly greens and white. I love greens and white together. In fact, I told my daughter when she got married, that's the only bridal bouquet there should be is this green and white. Hey Sherry, how are you? These pumpkins look like they're not ripe yet, don't they? They're green. They're Marilyn's favorite color. Okay, I'm gonna set those aside a little bit. Guys, what do you think about this? Okay, here's, and it's gonna be a whole lot more in there than these. I'm gonna use these two pumpkins in here, and then I'm gonna use this one. Should I make it white? Should I leave it white? Should I make it terracotta? Should I make it celery? Should I make it mint blue? What color should that pumpkin be to go with all this? You guys got any ideas? Because I don't care. I already know what I'm going to do with the rest of it. Hey, Victoria, how are you? So just be thinking about that. Okay, now I'm going to take some brown and just barely, let's see, is this raw umber? This is brown oxide, and it's just apple barrel brown oxide. Terracotta, I'm thinking so too, Diane. Just a little touch of orange, and it's not going to be bright orange. I can't stand bright orange pumpkins. They just look fake, and if you'll look at pumpkins, you know, when they're out in the fields or for sale, they're not bright orange. Let's see, where do you find those paper mache pumpkins? That I did, these big ones, Hobby Lobby. Opa, I got these at Hobby Lobby. They do have a few on the shelf, but I walked around and something caught my eye, and I looked up, and there was this whole rack full of those pumpkins. There was only like 4 on the shelf, and I only got a few because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them. I'll probably get a few more. Terracotta, I think so too. Terracotta, just a touch of terracotta and some white wax on these. I think will be just enough. But they are 40% off, maybe more. I can't remember. I think I gave about $8 maybe for those big terracotta pumpkins. But you can do a lot with them. See, this is, I just barely have some paint on my brush. I use this. It's kind of an orangey brown, you know. And I just, I'm going to put just a little on there and get most of it off. It's almost a dry brush. And then I'm just going to go over this and just kind of make it a little duller, a little more realistic. A little more at the stems. Almost like the sun hit it, you know. It's just giving it a little bit of orangey, a little bit of brown. It almost looks gold on these pumpkins, but it's really not. Okay, that gave it just a little something, see there. Okay, let's just move these over and let them dry good, and we can do the wax in a little bit. Let me find my terracotta, y'all. Is this terracotta? Yes, it is. I have terracotta, and I had another one, but I think that's too gold. Yeah, I don't want it gold. And I love this terracotta color. Whoa. It's more realistic to a pumpkin color or terracotta color. Okay. Has everybody had a good day? We've had a really good day. Can't complain. Ain't been in no train wrecks. I did miss the Vince Gill concert, but other than that, I'm good. When we just got some more rain. And I'm going to put a little brown over this too, and then we'll give them some speckles. If I can find my old toothbrush. I can find something. It's okay. Is anybody in the mood to decorate for fall yet? This is making me want to, but I know I'll get sick of it if I start decorating now. But fall, I believe, is my very favorite season. I love Christmas too, but Christmas to me just, you know, when I think about Christmas, I think about so much work, and I shouldn't. It's crazy. And last year, I made a whole lot of stuff for the kids, stuff I knew they wanted, and I waited till the last minute. I had a list. I went shopping, got it, brought it back, wrapped it up, enjoyed the decorations the rest of the time, and I did not stress over it, and it was nice. I think so too. This is, and when it dries, it's even going to be prettier. Now, I'm not crazy about that stem, but it's okay. We'll figure that out too. Oh, well, Vince Gill canceled, but he took me to dinner. Hey, Sissa, how are you? He took me to dinner. We went to a Mexican restaurant, and it was wonderful. So, this dries pretty quick on this styrofoam. I'm doing great, Sissa. I am doing great. Can't complain about a thing. You know, it wouldn't do a bit of good, would it? Another pumpkin. Yeah, 3 tonight. But I'm making a pumpkin tray. I'm going to put it all together, glue it all together. It'll be able to be pulled apart if it, you know, if it needs to be later. And this is kind of splotchy, so I'm just going to give it another really thin coat. Marilyn, did you go to the class? Several that come in here are in a coaching class that I'm in. That's the reason I come live, and some nights my head looks, if I look like my head's about to explode, it is. Oh goodness, it is. Oh, that's okay. Real life, right? Okay. It is amazing how fast that paint dries on this thing. So, my advice to you, if you find some of these little white styrofoam pumpkins, and these come in a bag. You know, you can get these at Hobby Lobby. Don't hold the heat gun to them too long. They'll start melting if they dry that fast. See, look at that. It's dry. That's pretty, though. Looks so good. Okay, now I'm gonna do something to these stems, kind of like I did last night. I'm gonna start out with black like I did before. Thank you, Penny. Okay, let me get a little bit of black here. I'm going to start out with these stems black, and then I'll put something on them. I'm not sure yet what. Maybe just some white wax. I love the green too. This green, let's see you guys, hold on a minute. It really looks, I thought it was Hauser green. Is that what I'm using? Yes. This is Hauser Green by Deco Art Americana. And that is one of my favorite greens. Not for Christmas, but a lot of the other times of the year and different projects, that usually is my go-to green. Because you can add white to it, make it lighter. You can add just a dab of black to it, make it darker, and it's just got a good base to it. Phil, Sunday night on my right side of my... Oh, no, you didn't. Bless your heart. All I can see is called that, and I can't see the rest. I'm scared to touch that because I'm scared it'll make you go away. Bless your heart. Are you in the bed? Hey, Jan, how are you? Thanks, you guys, for hopping on. You guys share the page. Share me out. Especially if you have friends who love to decorate for fall and all that good stuff. Okay, see, that's black, and I don't like that, but that's going to change. Oh gosh, I know that's bad. Hey, Jamie, how are you? Jamie, I would love to see you. I would love to see those kids. I know they're huge. They got to be big. Oh, I've got to show y'all something so sweet. Just don't let me forget in a second. Let me finish this. You know, I have ADD. If I put this down to show you something, Lord knows, or not show it, then I'll forget. So if you have to remind me that I said something, it's okay. My brain is too full of stuff. They are. Titus is taller. Oh my goodness. Bless their heart. I tell you, you're a little bitty thing anyway. And I know he's handsome because he was one pretty little boy. Okay. Let's see. After 3 days, I guess I better go get egg. Yes, you better. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't say nothing. I can't say a word. I fell on my kitchen floor and my kids are like, Mom, you're not young as you used to be. You need to. I'm like, oh, please, I can walk. I can use it. And, you know, I'm good. My wrist doesn't hurt today. Did your granddaughter finish her snowman? She almost did. I'll show you that. Hold on one second. Here you go. There it is. She doesn't like his buttons, and she doesn't like his scarf. And in my opinion, his hat's well off his head, but she likes it, so we're good. She's going to put something else on his hat, and she's trying to figure out what to do about his arms. She said, Nana, his buttons don't look right, and I know what I need to do. I'm going to paint over those, and I'm going to use the back side of the paintbrush handle. I said, right. She said, okay. And I don't like his scarf. It sticks up in the air. And I said, well, we can glue that down. And she said, oh, okay, that's better. So we're going to glue that down. And she went and got some sticks. But she said they wouldn't stick, but she tried to use white glue. So, you know, we got a little bit more work to do. But his nose is cute. He's got a cute, she did all that all by herself. So she loves it. So let me put him up here in the window so he can keep drying. I know it is cute. Went for a week with broken wrist. Oh, don't tell me that. Because, you know, this clicks in there. It hurts. When I fell, mine hurt right there. She is sweet. Now, let me show you what I was going to tell you a minute ago. Where's my little white pumpkin? I brought it in here. I know I did. That's not it. Maybe I didn't make it this far. Hold on. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. Most of y'all know I have a 3-year-old, right? 3-year-old granddaughter. And she loves to come and stay. So anything that I'm doing or me and her sister are doing, she thinks she can do now too. So she wants to know, can she come in the craft room? And I said, oh no, you cannot come in the craft room. So yesterday I had a couple of pumpkins and I was trying to draw some swirls and different things to create a design on a pumpkin and couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. So she saw me with a pencil with a pumpkin, right? She says, Nana, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm trying to draw a design on the pumpkin. She said, oh, I can do that. I said, you can do what? She said, I can draw on it. I'm like, I'm sure you can. She said, I need a pencil. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It's just a styrofoam pumpkin. Let me give you this. So she drew, can you see it? She drew all over my pumpkin. And she told me that I could decorate it. And so then the 10-year-old, this is the note I had this morning. I love you, Nana. So this is, I can't paint over that. That's just going to have to stay that way forever. So that's grandchildren. They're precious. Okay, I am going to get some black and I'm going to make some speckles. This brush is a stencil brush and it's hard. It's stiff as a toothbrush, and that's what I'm going to use. Oh, they're sweet. Aren't they sweet? So I'm just going to get a little bit of black and pray I don't spray my shirt with it. And I'm just going to hold it and do like this and give it some specks. Just a few. Oh, it's not doing many. It's not doing many at all. Okay, let's do a little more. Well, there's a few, but it's not working right. It's not working like I want it to. I can see a few. Anyway, I just want it to have a few specks because, you know, real pumpkins do. Okay. Okay, the stems, I'm going to take a dark brown and I'm going to go over the stems just a little bit. Had to add water to yours. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Ashley. Had to add water to mine. What? I missed something. Oh, man, that's enough paint for 2 weeks. May water down the paint. For the speckles. Hey, Kathy. Is that what you mean? That I might need to water down the paint for the speckles? I might. That could be the problem. It's so thick. I'm just putting some of this paint. I squirted like a ton of brown paint over here, y'all, and I only need a dab. So there's no reason to waste it, right? For the speckles. Sure, I'll try that. Okay, I'm just going to just go over this a little bit and make it kind of look like wrought iron a little bit too. If I need to go back later and add, some decor wax or something, I will, but I really don't think so on these. Let's see. I love these stems. Don't they look real? Those look like real tree limb stems out of the woods. Okay, let me add a little bit of water to that and see what happens. What happened to my black? Here it is. Back again. Where'd you go, Nancy? Woohoo, y'all. There's 23 on right now. That's awesome, awesome. Okay. All right, y'all. I got water this time. Yes, perfect. I haven't done this since, that was a bit much. But it does work. Okay. I kind of like it though, even though it was a bit much. One thing about it, I can always touch it up with paint. It's not a big deal. Woo, they have speckles now. Look at that. It's going to have some white wax on it a little bit too. And y'all know, I don't do white wax all the time. I promise I don't. But these things, I think, just need it. I probably haven't put white wax on anything since the last piece of furniture or two I painted months ago. And now all of a sudden I'm using it every day. I don't know what the world. Okay, let me dab just a little bit off. Yeah, that looks good too. Yeah, see that? That looks pretty. It will when it dries and we get some white wax on there. It still looks like a lot on the camera there, but it's really not. Get that couple of them dark drops off. Okay, that looks pretty. I like that. Okay. Don't you love this green? Hey Gina, how are you? I love this green. I may have to do a really big green pumpkin. Of course, you know, everybody knows my favorite's green anyway, so everybody doesn't love green like I do, I know. Okay. Let that sit and dry just a minute while I get some, first of all, while I get some more of this stuff off my fingers. I touched the stems. How are you, Gina? Hi, Sarah. What green is it? This is Hauser green. This is Hauser, actually it's Hauser light green. There is a Hauser green, dark green, and light green. And I like all of them. I was looking to see if I had one of the other Hauser greens too. No, it's the same. I use it a ton. And the reason I love this is because the base is good. And if I put a little white in it, I can lighten it up. And it doesn't change much. It's just lighter. And if I put just a drop of black in it, it deepens it, but it doesn't change it. You know, sometimes you add a little something to your paint and it just totally changes it into something else. But that stays pretty true. Okay, I'm gonna finish using some of this wax. Let me cover up this mess over here. Let's see. I have a tote full of birdhouse gourds. Oh, goodness. I have a friend on here from church, and she's growing some gourds. So she's going to give me a few. And I'm going to paint some. So I'm storing up ideas in my brain for gourds. Let's see. I'm going to stir this a little bit because it's down in the bottom. This is just white wax. And if you guys were on here the last couple of days, you've seen me use it. It's just, you know, it's just what these things need. I don't use white wax every day. For some of you who just found me, I promise I don't use white wax every day. I hardly ever do, but these need it, I think. So, okay. You just get it on there. I know that freaks some of you out, but it's wax. It's not paint. And a lot of that's going to come off in just a minute. So I'm going to do about half of it. And I'm going to get a baby wipe. Kathy, how long does it take them to cure? Because that was our question today, and we don't know. Because if she has some and they're ready, but they've got to dry like 6 months or something, don't they? Before we can, and then you have to bleach them or something. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing? I'm leaving white in there. So it's going to be orange, but it's not going to be a solid orange. It's going to look like it's kind of weathered. Been out in the field and the rain and all that. So, see, that's the way it's going to dry. And now I'm going to get the other side. I'm mostly getting it off of the fat parts and leaving the wax and somebody called it the spines last night. What neat look. I've never used white wax. Have you not? I love it. You know, I don't use it much, and all of a sudden it's like what I need. I think it's kind of too an outdoor more fall thing. I use a lot of it during the Christmas too, but not any other time. So maybe it's just a holiday look I like. Okay, this one has just got some white, and it's not white paint. That's even going to be a little bit more subtle in a little bit. Hi, Allison. How are you? In humid states, it will take 6 months. Dip it in bleach and water before drying. You dip it in bleach before you dry them out. Okay. Hang them stem down so the moisture can drain out. So you cut the stems open, Kathy? Ava, are you still in here? Yes. Good, Ava. Write all these notes down. Kathy, Ava, which is Steve Lambert, Ava's his wife, she's growing me some gourds. She's growing us some gourds. And I'm going to paint some whenever. I guess it might be next fall before I do. Okay, that's not completely dry. It's a little sticky, but it's going to stay in all those sweet little cracks. And we're going to do the same thing to these green ones. Okay, where is the wax? Here it is. Okay. And then we're going to take these 3 pumpkins and make a really pretty centerpiece tray. You can use it in a kitchen, in a dining room. You could use it in your bathroom. You could use it in an office, anywhere. It's just going to be a sweet little fall decor tray. Love the look on the pumpkins. I do too. And see, this is going to change again. See the difference already? See, that looks real. It looks like almost like a little gourd, doesn't it? It looks like to me the little bags of decorative pumpkins that you find in the grocery store that are crazy expensive. It amazes me. Arizona and mine dry during the winter, ready for spring. Let's see. Where did you find all your adorable pumpkins? Hobby Lobby. Yes. These, I think I got these last year, but I think they were Hobby Lobby. And the big one is paper mache, and it's Hobby Lobby. But they're Spring Shop. They're on sale, of course. And some of these smaller pumpkins come, hey Sandy Grant, some of these smaller pumpkins come in a bag at Hobby Lobby. So when you're over in the pumpkin section, the Spring Shop pumpkin section, look, these were on, I think I saw them, I hadn't bought them this year, but it seems like I saw them on the bottom shelf, and it was just a bag full of them. I can't remember the price, I'm sorry, I can't, but there weren't much, just for a bag full, and there were different shapes. And when your paper towel gets grungy, you're just spreading your wax around. See, I want it off the top, and I want it in the cracks. See? Just a little bit more on this one. And then when that dries, then it's just going to have a little bit in there. So I'm going all the way down to the stem, y'all. And then I'm going to wipe all that back. Because if it was really out in the weather, getting all this on it, it would be all down in where the stem is, right? Okay, this is gross. It's covered in wax. And you guys, if you go to Walmart and get this wax, it is Waverly White. As you can see, the bottle's gross, but it's Waverly White wax. It's yellow. See that? It's creamy. It's like a buttercream, but it doesn't dry buttercream. But it doesn't dry stark white, because it just doesn't. If you want it stark white, you can make it that way by just adding a few drops of paint. I mean a few drops. Because if you don't, you'll be painting this. And you don't want to paint it. You just want to add that color to your wax. And these are almost through, and then we can decorate our tray we'll get it styled. I have some greenery and some styrofoam and some Spanish moss. I want to do a great big tray with some big pumpkins and some sunflowers. And that I will. I have a tray I'm working on right now. It's going to be a big tray. Okay. That looks good. What do you guys think? You like it? You set that over there in case I need it. See, it's just in the cracks and it's not neat. I mean, I don't like the way that looks right there. Let's move that out. If it was out on the ground somewhere and had all that good stuff on there. Let's see. I didn't clean mine. I just set them on the patio to dry. Okay. Ava can take all those notes, Kathy, because she's going to take care of that. I'm just going to paint them. Okay. And this wax is water-based. So you can clean your brushes just like, thank you, Kathy. These look great on gourds too. But you can clean your brushes in water. So just like you do anything, any paint, any water-based paint. Nothing special. I'm just getting it a little bit dry. It's not going to dry all the way. It takes a few days for wax to cure. But we're just going to get it dry just to get it started so we won't start rubbing it off. Thank you, Stacy. $25. Woohoo, y'all. Thank you. Share it out. Share it out. Okay, that is not dry, but it's dry enough for us to go ahead and start doing this. That stem I don't really like, but right now it might not even matter when we start putting this together. And all I did with this silver tray, now I haven't painted the bottom yet. I don't want paint sticking to everything, and I'll do it later. It's just a silver tray that I picked up somewhere. It's kind of heavy, not really. It's not one of those little thin aluminum ones from Dollar Tree. It's a good silver tray. It's just 31. You see 31, Stacy? I see 23. Can you see 31 up there? Is that what you're saying? That's good. Good, good, y'all. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm just going to stick some styrofoam in here just to give it something to grab onto. So I'm just going to put a few little pieces, and they don't have to be pretty, and they don't have to line up. They don't have to do anything because it just needs something to grab onto. Okay, it's all right. People have to go eat dinner, and a lot of times they pop in and think, oh, okay, I see 30, now I see 28. Can't stay for whatever reason. That's all right. Okay. I am going to, that might be too much styrofoam. Hold on a minute. Yeah, that's too much styrofoam. That is going to take away from what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just do that much for right now. Okay, I'm just going to put some glue. Said I am, as soon as I get this thing. Let me just get it to bond right here a minute. Okay. I'm just going to get some down just to get this to stick really good so it doesn't pop up. Oh, thank you, Linda. Well, it's going to take probably a month, but stick around. You'll see some more. It's going to take a month. Okay, I'm going to get some Spanish moss. I'm going to put a little Spanish moss down, but I'm not going to put a whole lot because I'm going to, weave it in. Spanish moss has got to be the worst thing in the world to work with. I want it really, really thin and airy. I just want it peeking out. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit down just to get it to stay in place a little bit without burning myself. Okay, let's see, I want one of these going this way. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on it and put it this way. Now if we have to pick this up, we can, because it's just Spanish moss. And then this one, I want it to be totally opposite, almost laying down from this one. Let's see here. Yeah, I want it kind of laying down like that. Okay, and this cute little thing, I just want it kind of nestled in there, kind of crooked. I don't want it even. Yeah, okay, I want it kind of like that. So it's going to kind of be that way. Can you guys see me okay? I don't even know if you can. Surely you can. Okay, better? Okay, let's just get this to hold on here. And there's a lot of spaces in here, but we're going to fill those in. So we could have used one more little pumpkin, but I didn't want the pumpkins to be overwhelming. Okay, let's just get this to set just a minute. Okay. I've got to get the Spanish moss off of here. It drives me crazy. Let me just dump it in the trash here, y'all. Just 1 minute. There we go. Now. I can't stand all that mess. Okay. Now, I've got these lamb's ear. We're just going to start building in here and filling in these sweet little cracks we've got going on. So you see all that in the back. See all that in the back? You can see all that, but you can't now. See, we've just got that kind of laying off the tray. And I'll just kind of show you as I go. Okay, let me find another little piece of lamb's ear. And let me see about putting it over here. That's too big for what I want right there, so I'm going to snip it off. And if we need to use it again in a minute, a little more of it in a minute, we can always add it on. So let's just get this much. Yeah, I like that. And I've got a little bit of lavender that I think looks really pretty with green. And we might add a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. And all these are pieces. I love lamb's ear too, Penny. Love it. And all these little pieces are just some I've had left over from other stuff. I just stick it in a big bag. So far, that's what we have. You can put feet on your tray. You can use a wooden tray. You can use all kinds of stuff. And I love these. So I'm just going to cut this up and stick them in there somewhere. These are real airy. I don't know what that is, but it's got a tiny little flower on there. See? It's pretty. So, let's see here. Just want a little bit. Okay, I like it there. It's just real airy. It's just a filler. That's all it is. It's just a filler. And when they have their florals on sale, you can get garlands and bushes. And you think, gosh, it seems like so much money. But I buy the lamb's ear garlands, and I cut those things up and use them and use them and use them. I use them a lot. So, and actually, this is part of a garland. See how much is on there? I mean, that's part of a garland. Okay. This was off of something. I like it. And there's a little tiny succulent or something. I don't know, but we could fill him in. Let's see where he needs to be. Right there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right there. I probably didn't give over $1 for this tray, you know. And a little bit of greenery, a handful of Spanish moss, and just that one little orange pumpkin is just beautiful, I think. Let's see, what else did I have? I had something else. Okay, there's just a few green leaves. Oh, this thing, I like this. I don't know where it needs to go, but I need to use it somewhere. I love it. Let's see here. Oh, we need to, let me see before I stick the glue in there. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, I like them right there. Does this make you want to get ready for fall? I know, it could be used through Thanksgiving completely. I love it. Okay, I just want these, and these, you know, I don't like things uniform. So I'm not like, you know, starting here and putting 2 of this here and 2 of this here. I don't like to do that. To me, it's just not natural looking. So I just put it where I love it. And I'm not a florist, so, you know, this is just what I like to do. Okay, I'm just going to pull a couple of these out. I know, sis, I'm going to make you one, girl. See, these are just little bits of eucalyptus, and look how tiny they are. They're just little pieces that were from something. It's hard to tell what. And I'm just filling in. That's all I'm doing, is just using it for a little filler. I'm going to put those 2 together and fill in that styrofoam. Oh, I know. I love fall. I can't. And it's hard for me to be in here, too, because I love being outside in the fall. Love being outside. Okay, let's see. I need a couple more of these little eucalyptuses. One right here. You sold me on the green pumpkins. Did you think you weren't going to like the green ones? I love them. Of course, I love green. Anything green, I'm a happy girl. Lamb's ear green, I love lamb's ear green because it's got that little bit of white and it's soft. But those pumpkins, you know, you can find any kind of cheap pumpkins if they have those little spines in there and do this to them. It's nothing special, I promise. You can make these look like the expensive ones that come in a bag in the grocery store. I see the price on those, and that really freaks me out. Some think, do they not know how they can make those? Of course they don't. Okay, maybe it doesn't. Yes, it does need it there too. It needs something there. You guys think it needs just a tad of purple? Just a little bit of lavender? Hey, Karen. How are you, sweet girl? Does this make you want to do fall? It's getting there. It reminds me of a plate of pumpkins, dinner, something. Okay. Get rid of these strings. Okay. Look at that so far. You can't see anything in there. You can't see the tray. And look at those green pumpkins. And even the terracotta one. Terracotta to me is perfect. The perfect color for pumpkins. Okay. Good, I'm glad. Hey, Becky, how are you? Okay, I've got some lavender here. Do you think it needs just a little dab of lavender? Tell me something, y'all. Purple in there, yes or no? I might need to just leave it just like it is. I did have just a tiny little bit of, what's the green color? Ooh, wee, my lap is covered. I'm going to have to vacuum at the end of this day. This is light Hauser green. This is one of my favorite greens. It does need the lavender, you guys, you think? Just a tiny touch of purple? Okay. Where did I put it? Well, I laid it down somewhere. Okay. Let me just put just a little bit, just a touch. Okay, there's a little bit of lavender there, just a sprig in there. Is that a string? Yes, it is. I'll get the hot glue gun to this. Guys, when you have all these strings like spider webs and you're crafting, just kind of ignore them as best you can. And when you get through, just take your heat gun. Try not to say that. Anyway, your heat tool, and just go over it, and it'll just kind of disintegrate all those tiny little webs. Okay, let me put one more little tiny bit of lavender to kind of offset that one side. And I didn't use any of this, but I love it, and I'm going to use it somewhere. Yeah, that's a really good trick. It really is. I mean, these strings are horrible, and I try not to fight with them any more than I have to. And then, later I'll just take the hot glue, the heat gun to it. Okay. Where do I want this? Probably don't need it. I love it, but I'll use it on something else. I don't think I need it at all. I think we're done. Not sure I like the lavender in there, but see, the pumpkins are just kind of laying and nestled in there. They're not just like 3 pumpkins, you know. They're kind of laid different. Here's one stem and here's one stem, and I didn't do anything to that. It probably needs something. I don't know yet what, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, there you go. That'll look pretty sitting anywhere for Thanksgiving or fall. I think it's beautiful too. Let me get rid of all these strings. See, it just kind of melts them away. They're all gone. Thank you, Stacy. Okay, you guys, there you go. You can get any kind of a tray. You got a wooden tray is beautiful. I didn't have a wooden tray, but a wooden tray with all the green and the orange for fall is really pretty. But this one, I just went around with a little bit of brown, see, on the tray, just to give it something. And, it's just a few bucks. There you go. All right, you guys, any questions about anything I used or anything you need to know? I hope that I have inspired you to start looking around and thinking outside the box for fall. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, thanks. Thank you. It is. I mean, this is a nice sizable tray, and it's not big at all. You see, I was going to put 2 little handles right here, and then I thought it would kind of stop from what I was going to do with the pumpkin. And I decided like 20 minutes before time to come on, this is exactly what I was going to do. So I pulled it all together about 10 after 7, 20 minutes till. So anyway, all right, you guys, thanks for hopping on. Appreciate every one of you that were here. Hey, Fleta, how are you? And guys, listen, if you're watching me right now, chances are you're watching the replay. If the live button is already not gone, it's already not gone, it's already gone, that means I have already been live. And you're welcome to watch the replay. That way you can fast forward through stuff. You don't have to watch me dry paint and all that stuff. And just type in hashtag replay. I'll know you've been here. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If you need to know what color paint I used or what kind of glue I used or whatever. So anyway, I'll be happy to answer your questions. All right, you guys, have a good night. It is 8:30. We've done it again. 1 hour. I'm getting better at this. It's better than 2-hour lives, right? Or is it? I don't know. I enjoy hanging out with you guys 2 hours, but 2 hours is a long time to sit and watch somebody craft, right? Good night, you guys. Have a good night. Sleep well. Night, Susie. Good night, Kathy. Good night, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you, Sissa. You rock too, girl. You do pretty stuff. Sissa, come in under your business page, girl. You don't have to come in under your name. Anybody else that has it, that's a creator, that is a craft creator that has a business page, you're welcome to come in under your name. That way we can follow each other. Everybody inspires each other. Everybody has different tips and learns all kinds of stuff from each other. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. There's room in this for all of us. Okay, you guys, good night. See you tomorrow.